Hi guys, I'm back. I don't even know how to start this video, honestly. It's been a minute. I apologize for my absence. Obviously, I'm in my new home in Charlotte, North Carolina. So after our wedding reception, we moved to Charlotte, and yeah, I kind of just fell off of YouTube for a bit because my life was very chaotic, and I've been adjusting, so I haven't really wanted to get on here and make a video. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely been hard. You know, I'm not gonna lie about that. I've been struggling a little bit. Being away from my family for the first time, I think, is a little bit harder than I was anticipating, which I knew it was gonna be hard, but I think as this is the first time I've really lived on my own and been away from them in a different state, it's like hitting me a lot harder. Also, living with Joe for the first time, yeah, that's been interesting. I mean, living with anybody is difficult. Like, I already fucking knew that. I knew what I was getting myself into. But with that being said, you know, we both work from home. Okay? And it's not like this is a big house, okay? Like, there's the kitchen, this is the living room, and then there's an upstairs that has our bedroom, his office, and then a room that we just have a bunch of like fucking shit in. That's not very big, okay? So there's nowhere to like go if you need to have some alone time or get some space. Like, it's hard. It's been really hard for me to get space, and both of us like to have space and be alone, so it's just been challenging. And you know, we're adjusting and we're learning. So yeah, going forward, definitely would be nice to have a bigger house so that there's more like dedicated areas for us to have alone time. And then it's also like, we don't have any friends here, so it's not like we can go meet up with a friend, you know? It's just like him and I doing everything together. So yeah, if you're in a relationship, I think you'll kind of understand. Let's see what else. I have so much to update you on, honestly. So last time I made a video, I was still going to the gym and tracking calories and all the usual shit, but once I got to North Carolina, I decided to start doing body weight because I didn't want to join a gym here. Joe had been doing body weight for a few months and he kept trying to get me to do it. So I finally gave in and I figured, you know, why the fuck not? He bought the equipment to be able to do a bunch of body weight stuff, so I figured I would just try it, and I haven't looked back. Yeah, I don't miss the gym. I don't miss the gym at all. I fucking hated the gym. I've been really enjoying body weight. Like, that, I will say. Can't lie about that. It's been really nice not to have to go to a gym. And like, I know that's a place that I would meet people and like socialize and stuff, but to be completely honest, like, I just hate the whole gym culture, and those are not even the type of people that I would want to be friends with, if that makes sense. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to get away from the whole gym atmosphere and environment. Bodyweight has been awesome. It's nice to not have to commute to a gym and take so much time out of the day to do that. Like, all in all, it would take me 3 hours between getting changed, driving to the gym, actually doing the workout, resting in between sets, getting caught up in random conversation with fucking 5 different people, because, you know, when you become a regular at a gym, like, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but you just like can't like be an asshole when you like get to know people and become friendly with them. Like, you have to stop and talk, and then it's just like more fucking time tacking on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people go to the gym for the social aspect and like for social hour, and I just wanted to do my workout and get the fuck out, like as quickly as I possibly fucking could, so then I would just dread going, because it's like, who the fuck am I gonna run into today where I'm gonna have a 20-minute side fucking conversation when I have shit to do? It's just, yeah, like, I don't know, fucking sucked. I would probably like build a whole home gym at some point, like when I have a house. We're just renting this house, it's not ours, we don't own it. So like, eventually I probably would build my own home gym if I want to get back into weightlifting. But my body's felt so much better since I switched to body weight. Like, night and day difference. My back pain is so much better. My posture is so much better. Like, I don't know. I just feel a lot better in my body. I feel like weightlifting just like maybe more inflamed and in pain. Obviously, I have bulging discs in my lower back, and I think that for a long time I was kind of just trying to convince myself that the heavy weightlifting wasn't making it worse, when obviously the fuck it was. Okay, I was doing Bulgarian split squats for like 205 pounds on the Smith machine. Like what do we think is gonna happen there? And hip thrusting, like I was hip thrusting like 500 pounds. So I was kidding myself, you know? And it's like, I almost felt like I had to keep up with that persona. It's like, since this is what I do for a living, I just felt like, oh, you know, like what are people gonna think if I stop going to the gym and I stop doing this? And I was so worried about like losing muscle. And then, I don't know, I just like decided to see what would happen. Like, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? That's kind of what I said to myself. You know, I can always go back to the gym. If I lose muscle, I can always go back to the gym if I want to put more muscle on. But I also did some self-reflecting and evaluating, and honestly, like, I could lose a little bit of muscle. I kind of want to have like a softer, more feminine look. I think for a while I was chasing like being really strong and muscular. Like, I never wanted to be over the top because my dad's girlfriend's a bodybuilder, so I know what over the top looks like. And that's my perception of over the top. You know, if that's what you're into, that's what you like, that's fucking awesome. Not what I'm into, not what I like, not what I perceive to look good. That's my opinion, you know, like, and everybody has their own opinions. I know gym girls, like muscular muscle mommies, I fucking hate that term. Like, that is the most cringe fucking term ever to me. Like, they look at the dainty little Pilates girls and have a laugh, you know, like they like look at them like a joke. But it's like, those girls are just doing what they're doing. They're living their life. That's their perceived ideal body and way of life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with either. There's nothing wrong with either. I kind of want to just be an in-betweener, you know? So I joined Pilates to see what it was all about. And I will say, I prefer bodyweight still over the Pilates. I love bodyweight. It's like, I don't know, you'd have to try it to understand, but like, you're still getting a really good workout, and it's just like more reps so that you're actually getting that resistance, kind of like weightlifting. Like, Pilates is too much of like, there's a different workout every time you go to the class. Like, it's a different types of exercises, and it's going by like a countdown, like 45 seconds or a minute or whatever the fuck it is. So you can't keep track of the amount of reps that you're doing, and therefore like you can't really improve when you're always switching things up and doing different workouts. Like, it's just not as effective for building muscle or trying to maintain muscle. Like, it's a whole different kind of ball game, and you are training different muscles. Like, I will say that. That's why I'm gonna do a combination of both, body weight and Pilates, because I'm definitely hitting muscles that I never have before, like my inner thighs. God, I was like, holy shit. Those muscles have never been fucking used. So there's definitely pros and cons to all of it. But yeah, the body weight has been great. Pilates, I do really like it. I enjoy it. It's nice for me to get out of the house and to meet people, and I made a girlfriend there, so, you know, that's good. That's what I was looking for. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry, she's distracting me. So I'm actually starting a 30-day bodyweight challenge because I love it so much, and I want you guys to try it because I think it's fucking great. And I think a lot of people would really like it, especially if you're wanting to take a break from weightlifting. It's good in general to give your body a rest or a deload. And bodyweight is just so convenient. Like, there's just no excuse to not do it. It literally takes 20 to 25 minutes. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in your pajamas. You really don't need much equipment. Like, I have fancier equipment, but you don't need it. Like, when we first started, we just had a pull-up bar that you hang over the door frame. That's 25 bucks on Amazon. Okay, like, come on. Also, resistance bands, those are so cheap, like $20, $25 on Amazon. So that's really all you need to get started with body weight. But I really think I've maintained my muscle for the most part. Honestly, I feel like I've lost some weight, but I don't know because I haven't been weighing myself. So that's another thing. Let's segue into intuitive eating. So I decided to stop tracking calories. You know, lots of changes. I'm like, if I'm moving to a different fucking state, living with my husband for the first time, let's just stop going to the gym. Let's start intuitive eating. Let's just have all this fucking change at once, you know, rip the Band-Aid off. I guess that's my attitude. I don't know. I don't know what my thought process was. Like, that's probably why I've been so uncomfortable and feeling slightly mentally ill, because I'm trying to change so many different things at once, like to get it all over with. Um, but yeah, it's like I'm taking all the comfort away. Like, I've just ripped all the comfort away and I'm doing a bunch of hard shit, which is fine because it's gonna help me grow. So that's like kind of how I try to look at it. But intuitive eating has been great. I've really liked it. So I calorie tracked for like 7 years, on and off. I mean, for the most part, I was tracking pretty much every day, besides like when I would go on vacation or, you know, birthdays, holidays, stuff like that. Like, you know, the obvious times that you wouldn't fucking track calories. It's not like I've been, you know, consistently doing it every single day for 7 years, but for the most part. And a big reason why I enjoyed calorie tracking so much is because I have high functioning anxiety, so it just gives me like a sense of control. And when you're somebody that craves control, but most things are out of your control, like calorie tracking was just one of those things that made me feel really comfortable and like safe, I guess, because it's one thing that I could be in control of and know what the fuck was going on and manipulate, basically. You know, I've always been curious of intuitive eating, and I think that I was looking at it from a perspective that I have to do everything like how the guidelines of intuitive eating are. Like, look, I have this intuitive eating book right here that I started reading, and like when I'm reading it, like a lot of the shit I'm just like, okay, like this is fucking stupid. Not to like sound like a fucking dick to the authors or anything. Like, this is definitely helping so many people and whatever, but like I have so much education and knowledge that's gonna happen. Like, you're gonna have differing opinions when you do know so much. And I don't agree with everything that I've read so far in that book and intuitive eating as a whole. Like, I'm putting my own fucking twist on it, okay? Like, that's another thing that like people do with calorie tracking is they think it has to be so strict and perfect and I have to hit all these specific macros and this specific number. And it's like, no, the fuck you don't. You don't need to be neurotic about it. Like, put your own fucking spin on it for what is good for you. You know? Like, it doesn't have to be so cut and dry. Nothing does. You're your own fucking person. So you have to trial and error, make your own fucking rules, do what works for you. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten comments on TikTok videos saying like, you're still using a food scale. Like, that's not intuitive eating. I'm going at my own pace. Okay. This is what is good for me. I still want to have some type of idea of how much protein I'm consuming because I want to maintain my muscle, and obviously protein is really important. Same with fiber. Like, I want to have a general idea of how much I'm consuming of that, but eventually I'll get to a point where I probably won't use the food scale at all. But right now I'm still using it for some stuff because that's what works for me, okay? I'm simply just seeing like the portions of meat that I'm having to make sure like, okay, I'm probably around this amount of protein. Like, that's all I really want to know. So like, I don't know what there just doesn't need to be a label. I'm just saying intuitive eating because that's pretty much what I'm doing. Like, I'm listening to my body, I'm being mindful. I've really been practicing not eating when I'm full. So I think that's one of the biggest things that has been eye-opening for me is kind of noticing how much I was going against my body. Like, if I had the calories left, I was eating. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? I'm like, I have 200, 300 calories left. Like, let me have some type of sweet treat. You know, even if I was disgustingly full, I would still eat simply because I had the calories for it. So now I'm finding it like so much easier to feel comfortable in my body because I'm actually listening to my appetite and I'm not just eating food to eat food. Another big realization I had is that when I was a kid, I had no issues. Like, I wasn't overweight. I was a skinny little girl. I didn't have problems with food. I mean, I ate a fuck ton of sugar, like so much sugar. My diet was sugar and carbs, like probably not much fat and like zero protein besides whatever my mom cooked for dinner. But I ate so much sugar as a kid. Explains why I'm fucking addicted to sugar now because I literally grew up on it. But it's made me realize, you know, when I was a kid, I listened to my satiety and my hunger and I had no issues with weight. I was perfectly fine. It's not until I got into high school and I started not being active, okay, like when I was young, when you're a kid, you're always moving around, you're doing shit, you're involved in sports. When I got to high school, I didn't play any sports. I was a professional Netflix watcher, and I didn't move around much, and I started drinking alcohol and like binge drinking every weekend. And you know, when you're binge drinking alcohol, that's typically when pizza follows after, or fries, chips, dip, whatever the fuck, you and your friends go get fast food. Like, that became my reality. And then I was like, well, what the fuck is going on? But it's just because I had no nutritional knowledge. I didn't understand calorie dense foods. I didn't understand, you know, a weekly total number of calories. I had no nutritional knowledge whatsoever. So calorie tracking really helped me understand that and understand portion control. And then I just kept doing it because I enjoyed it. I had no issues with it. It was easy. I didn't mind doing it. I pretty much eat the same shit. So it's not like it was a burden to me. But yeah, since I know everything that I know and I didn't have any issues as a kid, I'm like, it's time to start trusting my body again and trusting myself and listening to my hunger cues and getting back in touch with that like inner child, you know? So that's kind of my reasoning for why I wanted to start intuitive eating. And then also, like, I'm a coach, and I think it's good to be versatile and to have experience doing all of these things and to know the process of this stuff and kind of the stages that you go through so that I can help my clients wean off of tracking if that's something that they want to do. But yeah, it's been going well. How long have I been doing it for? Like, probably a month and a half at this point, and it's been great. It's been great. I think I'll leave that there on intuitive eating. I don't have anything else to say about that. What else can I update you on? I am going home next week. I'm going home to visit my family because I miss them, and I didn't get to go to the Jersey Shore this summer, so I'm gonna go to the Jersey Shore while I'm home, visit my family, and then I'll be back in North Carolina. And then in October, I have to go home for a wedding. November, obviously it's Thanksgiving. December, obviously it's Christmas. So I'll be going home a bunch and be able to be around my loved ones. So I think that that's bringing me some comfort. But yeah, that's kind of my update. Life has been difficult, but I am trying to look at the positives because, you know, I'm lucky, I'm blessed to be in a house, to be married to an awesome man, to have my kitty, my little Novi girl, wherever the fuck she's at, to have food in the fridge, to be healthy and able to move my body and walk and do what I love, my job. I'm so thankful for my job and being able to be a coach. So yeah, you just have to remind yourself of those things when you're going through transitions or uncomfortable periods of life. Is like, just always be grateful for what you have and the positive stuff in your life, because there's so many good things, and it is really easy to get weighed down and to fixate on all the shit that's going wrong. It's very easy to do that. It's a lot harder to be grateful sometimes. So here's your reminder, okay? Be thankful for something. Think about something that's going good in your life and be happy about it, okay? So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, 25 is a weird age. It's a very weird age, but I know that most people in my shoes also don't know what the fuck they're doing, so that brings me comfort. So remind yourself that. None of us know what the fuck we're doing. We're all just doing our best out here. I am so okay to like come on the internet and admit that. Like, I am not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know what the fuck's going on 90% of the time. So it's okay. You know, we're all in the same fucking boat here. Promise you that. Life is hard, but you gotta appreciate and enjoy the little things, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. One other thing is, like, I've been struggling so much with content because, like, being around Joe all the time, I don't know, I feel so weird, like, recording videos and, like, knowing he can just fucking hear me. Not that it matters, like, as if it makes a difference, like, it doesn't. But I'm just, like, being weird about it, and being in a new space, like, trying to record content and make videos has just been, like, making me not want to do it. And I just feel like I've been in such a creativity rut. I'm just being honest about that. I mean, I don't know if it shows in my content. Like, let me know if, like, you follow me on TikTok or Instagram. Like, let me know what you think. If you have any feedback, if you think my content has been good, or there's anything you want to see, any suggestions or help would be appreciated, because yeah, it's been uncomfortable going through this transition, and I'm doing my best. I really am. But yeah, I'm trying to focus on my mental health and just like being okay. And sometimes it's hard to come on the internet and like be super authentic and open yourself up to other people's opinions and judgment. But I do want to get back to my not giving a fuck attitude. People who actually resonate with me and like me and my authenticity will be here. And those are the types of people that I want. So yeah. All right. Well, that's it for now. I'm gonna try to get back to my one video a week. So let me know if there's anything you guys want to see. But thank you for being here. Thank you for your support and for watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, say what's up. I'm happy to be back, and that's it.